Hello everybody and welcome to another Sunday Club from my dining room. Now it's just me today on my own, but there's no Claire because Claire has got a special party today and she had to go and get ready for it. She's getting together with 4 of her best friends and look what she made this morning. Beautiful biscuits for them. In fact, to be honest, they're still warm and they smell amazing. Look, can you smell them? Oh gosh, they're absolutely gorgeous. So I said I will look after them for her and make sure nobody eats them. And do you know what? I'm dying. I am dying to eat one of them. What do you think I should do? Do you think maybe I could just take a little bit of one? What do you think? Maybe if let's see, is there a knife anywhere? Hang on, there's one. Maybe if I just cut a little bit off one, just a wee tiny bit. Do you think she'd notice? Do you? I'm just going to have a try and I hope she won't notice. Shall we have a little go? Because I'm dying to try one. I'll try this one here. Let's see what happens. I'll just take this tiny little... Oh! Do you think I can put it together again? Oh no! I think I've spoilt it. Oh gosh, what am I going to do? What do you think I should do? I don't know what's going to happen. She's going to be so disappointed when she comes home and sees what I've done. I know. I think I better run to the shop and try and buy some and just say I'm really sorry about that and I hope she'll be okay about it, but I know she won't really be because she made them herself and they were really special. Anyway, this is a little picture of the story that we're going to be telling you about today, about something that was beautiful but got spoiled. So if we look in our Bible again today, we're going to see that here is a story we've already looked at before. We looked at it a few weeks ago, how God made the most perfect world and he put a man and a woman in the world. Now, can you remember what their names were? You might, if I start them, they were Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve. And he said to them, I want you to look after everything that is in my garden, the animals, the flowers, the plants, the trees, and that is what they did. However, look what it says at the bottom here. God's perfect world. Do you know, I bet you can read those words now because you've all got so much older since I last saw you. God's perfect world is spoiled. And I wonder what this is. It doesn't look like a normal S letter. It looks like an animal that makes that sound. A snake. Shall we hear what happened in the story? So, this is the beautiful Garden of Eden where Adam and Eve were living. And look, flowers everywhere, animals everywhere. Here's a strange thing. Can you see there's a sheep, a pig, and a lion? Now that's strange. I always thought lions maybe eat sheep or eat pigs. But in this perfect world, animals didn't eat each other. They probably just played together and had a great time. And here are the things we need for our story today. Eve, Adam, a very special tree and a snake. Now, God said to Adam and Eve, look after this garden and you can eat from all the fruit and all the plants. Everything that you see is yours. But I have one rule and you must not break this rule. God said, there is a tree in the middle of the garden called the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And I do not want you to eat the fruit from this one tree. And here is the tree. And it's a beautiful tree right in the middle of the garden with gorgeous looking fruit on it. Anyway, one day Eve was walking in the garden by herself, and suddenly along came a snake. Now this snake was not any ordinary snake. It was a sneaky snake. It was actually a snake who could talk. God's enemy, who's called Satan, was speaking through the snake to Eve. So the snake came along and he said to Eve, Eve, why don't you eat the fruit from the special tree, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil? And Eve said, we're not allowed to. God said we must not eat any fruit from that tree. Why would God not want you to eat fruit from that tree? said the snake. Because actually, if you ate fruit from that tree, you would become very wise. You would know everything, and you would be a bit like God yourself. So Eve looked at the tree, and she thought to herself, the fruit looks delicious. Maybe I will try some of it. And she reached up to the tree and she took a piece of fruit and she ate some. And then, soon after, along came Adam and she gave a piece of the fruit to Adam and he ate it too. And when they'd eaten the fruit, suddenly they realised, can you see in the picture, they actually weren't wearing any clothes. And they didn't know what to do, and they started to get flowers and leaves and sort of try and put them on themselves to cover themselves up. And soon after, they could hear God himself walking in the garden to meet with them. And do you know what they did? They were so upset and embarrassed because they had eaten the fruit that they ran to hide away so that God wouldn't see them. And God said, why are you hiding? Normally we are best friends. You never hide from me. What has happened? We are hiding from you because we are naked and we didn't want you to see us, they said. Who told you that you were naked? Said God. And of course God knew that they had disobeyed him and they had eaten the fruit of the tree when he had told them they must not do it. God got them some skins of animals and they put them on as clothes. But he said to them, you have disobeyed. You have done the thing I asked you not to do. So poor Adam and Eve. One minute they had a wonderful relationship with God. He was their father. And he loved them and they loved him. And then suddenly something had gone wrong. And their lives were spoiled and the world was spoiled. And it's very difficult when something's spoiled to try and fix it, isn't it? Do you remember I had a biscuit? It was delicious. But I shouldn't have eaten it because Claire asked me not to. And anyway, I did. And then look what happened. I broke it and I couldn't put it back together again. And I suppose it was a bit like that for Adam and Eve. They couldn't put things right again. So I know now that when Claire comes home, I'm going to say, sorry Claire, I really shouldn't have done that. And I hope she'll forgive me, because I'll say to her, please forgive me, I'm really sorry. And actually when we do things that maybe we're worried might not make God happy, we can also say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. And you know what? He always does. So let's see what we've learned today. We've heard about a beautiful and perfect world. We've heard about the Garden of Eden where Adam and Eve lived, with animals, plants and fruit. We've learned that there was one tree, only one tree that they must not eat from, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And it took a snake to persuade Eve to do something she should never have done. She ate some of that fruit from the tree and she gave some to Adam. And as a result, God was so sad. Things were never the same. They were spoiled. And Adam and Eve were sent out of the garden. And we don't have a craft for this week, but I thought it would be a good idea that you enjoy looking around where you live. Look and see in the fields if there's any sheep. I don't think you'll find any pigs. And I know you won't see any lions. But just remember that God did make things to be beautiful and enjoy them this week. And if at times you do some things that maybe you feel bad about, like I did, ate that biscuit and I really shouldn't have, because it wasn't mine to eat. Look, just say, sorry, please forgive me. And I'm sure that anybody who you've hurt will forgive you, and I know that God forgives us when we say we're sorry to him. So now, next time we meet, I'm hoping will be in September. It's holiday time really soon, and I know that you'll be finishing school and enjoying your holidays, I hope. Have a great time. I won't be doing Sunday Club in July and August because I don't usually do those, but I am so hoping that we will meet again in September and actually meet in the hall at church. We'll let you know if that's okay and you can do it, and if we do, oh my goodness, we're going to have the best big party to welcome everybody back. So stay safe, have a lovely holiday time, and hopefully see you in September. Bye.